Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech. I was gonna say BattleTech, but this is RogueTech. Kind of the same thing, but also kind of not. So we took a little bit of damage in that last mission. More specifically, our Vulcan took a fair amount of damage with that AC-20 hit. However, we're gonna have our Argo upgrade, repaired power conduits, done soon enough, which is great. Why do we only have 2 fatigued pilots? Time Lord 88 is out of action, obviously, because he was injured. Who else were we running? I'm unsure. I'd have to go back and check. We were definitely running 4 pilots though, and I'm not sure why one of them didn't get fatigued. It's definitely something to look into. Oh, I know why. It's because we had the VIP. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, so we need to tick forward for a little bit here. We can go out before the next financial report, which is nice, by 1 day. However, that will be a little faster because our repaired power conduits will be coming online shortly. So we'll just tick forward for a little bit there, get ourselves some extra tech points, or an extra tech point.
Hey boss,
More specifically, that currently puts us at 7. That's quite low. Okay, so we're definitely going to have to do something about that. And Mech Bay 2, well, that's what we do about it. Yes, it will cost us a lot of money. But it'll be worth it because we can work on 2 mechs simultaneously. Which is a huge, huge deal. Ulysses stomps into your quarters, dragging Showboat behind him. Showboat mistook my bunk for a latrine, again. Ulysses wrinkles his nose. 3rd time this month. She stumbles around. I can explain, she slurs. Her breath stinks like gasoline fumes and paint thinner, making your eyes water. It's not even noon! Ulysses narrows his eyes at her. There's having a good time, and then there's this. She gets killed if she deployed in this state, Commander. Yeah, you're not wrong. We'll take Showboat aside, because this hasn't happened previously, and be like, what's going on here, Showboat? You dismiss Ulysses and push a chair towards Showboat. Under ordinary circumstances, I'd let Darius handle this, but this is becoming a habit for you. Oh, is it? I was not aware of that. What's going on? Showboat crumples into a seat. Last month I got word that a good friend was killed in a border dispute. I'm sorry, Showboat. You rest a hand on her shoulder. There's no way to make this easier, but turning to the bottle isn't going to fix anything. I'll throw away the hooch, Commander. Every drop, but it's not going to be easy. A bead of sweat drips down her forehead. We'll make things right with Ulysses, too. I'll take his chore shifts for the next 2 weeks. Okay, so Showboat is now dependable and Ulysses is in high spirits. Well, that was the correct way to handle it, I guess. Excellent. So, the Vulcan is going to be coming online right now. The Argo, it is upgraded. So, Mech Bay 2 is online. And let's just get ourselves another relatively cheap upgrade. I would normally go for... We gotta go for this one. Second repair bay works at 100% efficiency. Fantastic. That's not going to help us with the Hunchback, but that's okay. Yep, flashpoints are a thing.
Job's done, Commander.
Excellent.
those upgrades you asked for.
So now we're ready to deploy. I do want to get one more, and this time actually a cheap upgrade if we can. Yeah, this structural repair is something that we might want to do. Or actually, this storage space. It's only 90k and it reduces our inventory costs. So we'll work on that. Okay, so now we are ready to deploy in theory. But the Vulcan needs a little bit more work. Okay, we lost a jump jet over here. Do we have a jump jet? We do not. We can put the extra half-ton into armor for right now, and that'll be fine. That's another 5 days, though. I hit revert changes, not strip everything. Discard those changes. And we refit this. So this jump jet was destroyed. I suppose we could check the store and see how much a jump jet would be. 36K? We'll buy it. Okay, everything else is good to go. And that'll only take 1 day. Yes, we are going to repair all those.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
There we go. That's certainly better. Okay, so now it's time to deploy. And the question is, what are we going for here? Here's a one skull destroy base. Those turrets are a little spooky if there's a thumper, as we discovered. But now, on this difficulty setting, my understanding is these skull levels actually matter. So we may want to go for something relatively low again to make back some funds. This is a ambush convoy here. All of these are ambush convoys, in fact. Attack and defend is definitely not something that we're going to do right now. At least not until we can deploy a second lance. That'll make that much easier. This is a battle here. More bandits than they're letting on. Yeah, I'll pass on that. We may have to just go for this destroy base. Not a lot of defenders, but likely to be turrets. I think we can deal with that. And the question is, what is the difference here? About 90k C-bills for an extra salvage slot. I think that's worthwhile. Okay, so we're deploying the Hunchy, the Stealth, and the Vulcan. We're also going to deploy the Panther, but I think I'm going to move the Hunchy to this position, the Vulcan to this position, and the Panther can go over here. And it kind of doesn't matter who we bring. I think we'll bring Coach because he's not quite at that 4444 mark. That said, I didn't train our mech warriors. And I'm sad about that. I almost forgot. Okay, what do we need here?
Standing by.
Waiting for orders.
Standing by. Orders.
Okay, it was irrelevant. Wonderful. Well, let's just try this again. Want it to be here. Excellent. Punchy, Stealth, Vulcan, Panther. We move the mech warriors around a little bit. Okay. Off we go. Fantastic. It took a little bit to exit that screen. So, this is a destroy base. We expect there to be a fair amount of enemies, but there will also be turrets. We need to destroy structures in the smuggling base and escape. We've seen a rise in the quantity of unregistered small arms on Galatia. A heavily armed population makes Merrick operations more difficult. We've tracked the weapons back to a hidden smuggling base operated by local government forces. That base needs to be destroyed. I'm not expecting a lot of defenders, Commander, but there are likely to be turrets. There's a bonus if we wipe out the base garrison as well. That's your call as the situation on the ground develops. Well, we'll probably wipe out the garrison first, ideally out of range. Hello, that looks like an ECM. There aren't any nearby reinforcements, but there are fixed gun emplacements. Move up, neutralize the turrets, and level that base. Okay. Watch out for that garrison, Commander. It's nothing too dangerous, but every bit of damage costs. Livia out. Okay.
Who fights over a place like this?
Ready to rock.
So it looks like we do have ECM,
Goods to go.
which is good. And as far as turret emplacements go, there are several possibilities here. We'll have to take a look, but for right now, let's just make our way up. this direction.
Rolling.
Take the Panther out over this way.
Copy that, Commander.
Okay.
Confirmed.
Okay, so we see a turret right there. That's convenient.
I'm going.
And a second turret here. Okay, so the other two could be here and here. They could be internally located, like here. We'll find out in just a moment. We'll put the Vulcan there, and the Panther, for right now, over here.
Affirmative, Commander.
And now we'll enter combat. Okay, they have a flea coming around. What type of turret are these? That's a light laser and a Gauss emplacement.
Let's do this.
Okay. We're going to move up with the Vulcan. That Gauss emplacement has got to go.
Engaging.
That wasn't ideal, but it's a good start, I guess.
Yeah?
We're going to sprint forward with the Hunchy.
Acknowledge.
This is pretty long range for the Hunchy on the Gauss emplacement, 16%. We're much better off attacking the light laser turret.
Roger.
Okay.
Thy will be done.
We're going to move up with the stealth, and we're going to move to about this position here.
Moving to position.
We do see a Shadow Hawk back there. Okay. Commando, and a RogueTech. Interesting. And that is indeed where those turrets are. They look like direct fire turrets. To me. Okay. Well, fire on the Gauss emplacement.
Roger that.
We are getting close there. We're going to move the Panther up over this way. And hopefully the ERPPC hits here.
I'm on it.
It absolutely did not. Okay. Shadowhawk closes in. Commando's just going to mess around in there for a bit. Okay, the Gauss rifle missed. That's a huge deal. Both of those medium lasers hit, which was sad, but it's fine. Okay, so we have our stealth here. And I think we close in the stealth like this, using this rock as cover against these mechs.
Firing.
Did we just attack the building instead of the turret? We did. What happens if we destroy that building? That has less HP than the turrets.
Receiving you.
I'm gonna experiment. It's easier to hit, less HP.
Taking the shot.
Does that just straight up destroy the turret?
Fresh real estate available.
It does. That's fantastic to know. Okay. And the flea just walked through fire.
Confirmed.
Convenient. Just step forward with the Panther here. And we'll fire on this medium military building.
Engage target.
We missed again with the ERPPC. That makes me sad. Shadowhawk closes in, but does not fire.
Yep. Copy that.
And this should be a pretty free kill on the turret.
Take this. Target destroyed.
So that's really good to know. The RogueTech is moving forward.
Waiting
That's
for
okay. We can now pull the stealth back a little ways to around here
on my way.
in cover. It's only one evasive pip, but we have pretty good hit odds on this flea. decently solid damage.
Critical hit. Yes, Commander.
We're going to swing the Vulcan around to here.
On the move.
We can fire the machine guns, and we're going to, because those have, at least in the base game, an increased damage to crit. Or an increased chance to crit, rather. That was a lot of damage to that flea.
That hit something good.
The Shadowhawk is closing in. Fires on the stealth, but it misses, which is a bit of a surprise considering we only had the one evasive pip. The flea is a little bit concerned right now.
No sweat. I got this.
That commando is just running around in the base, and I'm fine with that. So we're going to move in slightly with the Hunchy here. We're not going to do a full salvo because our heat is definitely up there. So I think we will avoid firing 1, 2, 3 of our medium lasers just so that we sink a little heat. And we are lined up for a stray shot on the flea, potentially.
Copy that.
Just like that. Excellent.
Skipper.
Now, I would like the Panther... It's mostly going to need to cool off, actually. So we're just going to move in slightly and brace to cool off. The Rocket Techie is making its way over. But it's our turn
Yes,
again.
Commander.
We're going to move up over this way with the stealth.
Acknowledged.
We're lined up for stray shots on the Rocket Techie, if we don't hit the flea here.
Cry happy.
That should be a dead flea. Yes, indeed.
Are there none who can stand before me? Commander.
Excellent. We'll now move in with the Vulcan here. In fact, we'll maybe move in all the way up over here. We have jump jets. We could move in over there. That is a slightly better position for stray shot purposes.
Affirmative.
So let's light him up. We'll go ahead and toss in the flamer to heat him up a little bit.
Giving them everything I've got.
Okay, structure exposed. Interesting choice. Not what I would have done. He could have backed off and gone for the Vulcan there.
Yeah?
But he chose not to. We're going to sprint forward a little bit with the Hunchy. We're going to go over here for less stray shot opportunity. And we're mostly going to sink heat again. But we're going to open fire on this guy and do what we can. Which isn't a whole lot, but that's fine. The Rocket Techie comes in. Does a fair amount to the Hunchy. But also just became a priority target.
Order, Skipper.
My order for you is to jump... I'd like to go 1 hex further. I'm pretty concerned about stray shotting here. ERPPC right in the back of the Vulcan. I suppose we could come over here and hit the Shadowhawk instead.
10-4.
There's a small chance that we maybe stray shot the Rocket Techie. But I don't think we will.
Engage target.
Yeah, that didn't go well.
That didn't hit.
No, it did not. The commando is still just useless in the base. This is fine. I will accept this.
Already.
We are going to come around behind the Shadowhawk. Yeah, its armor is pretty thin. So the stealth is an ideal backstabber. Okay,
Reporting critical hit.
that's nice.
Standing by.
The Vulcan could come over this way. Let's see. Do we have hit LOS on both of them? No, we don't. We don't quite have the angle there. We would have to jump if we wanted to have the angle. But that's okay. We can jump. Stray shots on the RogueTech. We're hitting this side? Okay. That is the side with the weak leg.
Firing all weapons.
Let's hit 'em
Oh,
hard.
engine destruction.
Hostile
We'll take it.
eliminated.
I didn't expect that,
Skipper.
but I will definitely take it. Okay, so the Panther is really not in a position to do anything about the RogueTech right now.
Rolling.
We're going to have to sink heat there. The RogueTech actually moves before our Hunchy. Actually, I should have moved so that the Hunchy was in the ECM. That's what I should have done there. Could have taken less damage. It just took a fair amount of damage from moving through that fire.
What do you need?
It's acceptable. Our hit odds are quite low here. So I think we'll just close in with the Hunchy right now. PPC? Okay. So this is a PPC turret then. We're going to be approaching this pretty cautiously though. So we just need to finish off this garrison. Let's see, what's the rear armor on this thing? Only 44 HP.
On my way.
This would not be an ammo explosion, right? Correct.
Affirmative.
There we go.
One more for the trash heap.
One dead vehicle.
I await
Fantastic.
your command.
So, the question is, how are we going to deal with this commando? And I think the answer is... we're going to loop around the far way.
Affirmative.
Through here. Reason being,
Yep.
I want to eliminate these turrets in the cheapest possible manner.
Confirmed.
So we are just going to sprint over this way.
Copy that, Commander.
And I guess we may as well fire on this building.
Firing.
Enemy structure damage, Commander.
Wow, we just can't hit that PPC. Well, they can't hit their PPC either, so I guess it's fine.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to take our Vulcan over this way and finish off this building.
Target acquired.
Structure down. It's history.
Excellent.
One less structure.
Okay,
Yup.
now we're going to take the Panther over this way. It's a little overheated right now, so we'll just do that.
Commander.
The Stealth can sprint over here and fire on this military building. Our hit odds aren't the greatest, but we'll take them.
Target.
I didn't see numbers pop up. But those looked like hits. But apparently they
What
weren't.
do you need?
Okay. So we're going to take the Hunchy over here. Okay. That commando is still just running around in the base. That's acceptable to me.
Waiting for orders.
We're going to sprint the Vulcan over here.
Oh yeah, you got it. Ready to rock.
And the Panther.
Roger, Skipper. Taking it. Standing by.
And the Stealth is going to close in. Is there not a turret on there? There is.
Double time.
Ah, that explains a lot. It's got a stealth field generator. Okay, so we're just going to still go for the building it's on.
Confirmed.
Absolutely no reason to not do that. Commando's still messing around over there.
Yeah?
We'll close in with the Hunchy.
Moving fast. Confirmed.
And there we go. No stealth field generator for you, Mr. Turret. Now all we've got left is this sniper turret.
I'm your spaniel.
We're going to sprint the stealth up over here.
I'll race ya.
And we're going to fire on the medium military building here.
Acknowledge.
Did some damage to it.
Yes, boss.
Now the Vulcan is actually going to jump into the base here and backstab the commando.
Here we go.
Just like this.
Locking in all weapon systems.
Heavy damage to the commando. We'll take it.
Critical hit, Commander.
Commando is also going to try to backstab us, but it failed.
Were you trying to attract my attention or something?
Okay, so that's not got a ton of HP left. Unfortunately, the Hunchback can't be brought to bear this round.
Yup.
The Panther, however, also can't. Okay,
Aye, Skipper. Full speed. No target.
so the question is, who does the PPC go for? The stealth. It's fine. Took a couple of points of machine gun damage there. Not concerned about that.
Let's do this.
Which side is weak side on this guy? That is the left torso.
Good to go.
So we would want to come in like this. Okay. Not as much damage as I was hoping for,
Taking a critical hit. Orders?
but the stealth can come around over this way and finish off this building.
Engaging target.
Didn't finish it off, surprisingly. And the Hunchy can't quite make it into LOS. However, I do know what we can do. So you're going to try to not do anything.
Skipper.
A bold strategy, to be sure.
Lifting off.
So, we're going to finish off this building.
I'm on him.
Finally, we hit with a PPC. Fantastic.
Flatten that, sucker.
No more turrets.
Receiving you.
The Vulcan is going to jump into this cover.
Engaging jump jet.
And we're going to full-on backstab the commando again. This is probably a kill shot, honestly.
Confirmed.
Excellent. So now all we need to do is finish off the base itself.
I live to
We're going to bring the stealth in over here.
onward.
And I think the stealth is going to focus on this building.
Target confirmed.
Fantastic.
Ready to rock.
The Panther can just stay put, honestly. And work on this military building.
Affirmative.
Excellent.
What do you
The
need?
Hunchy is kind of out of position right now and can't really be brought to bear still. Okay.
Yes,
The
Commander.
Vulcan can just move right in over here
Acknowledged.
and finish off this building, I think. And we might not have enough damage, but I think we do. Not quite. Fair enough.
I'm receiving you.
The stealth is going to close in over here.
I'm your spaniel. Target acquired.
2 buildings down.
Oh, didn't you see that? What are your orders, Skipper?
The Panther is going to finish off this one, but not fire the ERPPC.
Copy that.
Really, that didn't quite kill it.
Yep.
Okay, we can finish it off with the Hunchy, actually.
Roger.
I was hoping for some stray shots on the building behind it, but it didn't happen.
Done. What's next?
Ready for orders.
Okay, stealth is just going to come in over here,
I'm walking here.
and we will fire on this building.
Commander.
We took very little damage from this.
Affirmative.
Mostly because of that turret building discovery. If I'm completely honest. Let's sprint around over here with the Hunchy.
Full speed.
Light it up.
Firing.
We didn't manage to kill it. Okay. This will definitely kill it.
I got you.
Really? That didn't kill it.
I await your command.
I guess 275 total HP. Makes sense.
Time to bug out. Get to the LZ for extraction.
Okay. So that went very, very well. Like, that almost felt like vanilla BattleTech, not RogueTech. A little on the easy side, but then again, it was a half-skull mission, wasn't it? Or was it a one-skull? I forget. It was one of the two, and we do kind of expect that to be simple. We took a little bit of armor damage. Not much, though. And that will not take hardly any time to repair. We can, however, get ourselves 4 Shadowhawk parts. Or a Gauss rifle. These engine cores are kind of mediocre. There's some double heat sinks in here, too. This is some good salvage. This is stealth system. I think we'll grab the stealth system. We'll grab a double heat sink and hope to get more in the random distribution. I do want to grab this Gauss rifle. Actually, we'll grab a second double heatsink, and we'll hope that in the random distribution we get these Shadowhawk parts. We did! Tandem rocket, 2 of the engine cores. That was really solid. Fantastic! Well, it is pretty much time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue to see if this is substantially easier, and that's not necessarily what I wanted. But maybe this is exactly what I wanted, in that it is some of the missions are easier and some of them remain the way they were. That's what I'm hoping for. I don't necessarily want all of the missions to go like that one. Like, this is absurd. Yeah, just repair that. That'll take so little time. And with that, I am going to go ahead and put that cut in here. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.